What is love? I've been thinking about this and realized that I didn't really even think about love, that it isn't really a concept that can be understood. And when we think of love in the term of definition, I think it can be very easily directed toward a transaction of something that we earn, or if we do something for somebody, then we'll receive their love. Or if somebody does something for us, we can love them. And then it becomes more like a transaction. But the way that I've come to know and experience love directly is that love is love. We are love in a body. We're born out of love, into love, and love is always the constant. So more the question is, what gets in the way of us experiencing ourselves as love, as already enough, already lovable, already complete, where we don't need somebody else to complete us? So what gets in the way of knowing ourselves as love? We're all born into this life with a need to be held close. We call that our healthy attachment bond that happens with our earliest caregiver, which is usually the mother. And when this healthy holding doesn't happen, then there can be a disruption in the experience of feeling and knowing yourself as love, the innocence of our birthright, who we are. So that can create a type of a layering, a covering over. But it doesn't mean that love vanishes, disappears. It's simply covered over. And there's an interruption in the experience of love. And we all know that we can spend a good deal of our lives then looking for this way of being held. I know there's been studies done, and I work with people all the time. The greatest yearning of all people are to be understood, to be accepted, to feel safe, to feel held. And you could say that this is love. So how do we come to that? How do we come to that sense of safety, where we can relax so much into our own bodies to experience the love that is already here? Well, I want to tell you that once I was asked to give a response to this question, I ran an experiment with a group of people, and not dissimilar to experiments that I run all the time that I call deep listening. And in this experiment, I invited people to speak whatever was happening on their minds, and then pausing and listening to how that feels in the body, and then to speak from the heart for a certain amount of time, and then again to pause and notice how that feels in the body, and then to speak from the gut and notice how that feels in the body. And the entire time, I'm simply listening in a very non-judgmental way, just receiving and listening, being a mirror. And the result of that experiment is always the same, that in being listened to without judgment, that there is a feeling of being accepted exactly as we are. And in that feeling of acceptance, non-judgment, allowance, being received, not being tinkered with, not being asked to be different, that the direct feeling of love happens naturally by itself. So love is acceptance of who we are in any given moment, the permission, the indelible permission to be exactly as we are, not to be asked to be different, not to fix ourselves, not to behave in a particular way to make somebody else happy. We're not able to make anybody happy. We're not responsible for anybody else's happiness. But when we take full responsibility and listen to who we are, and we allow ourselves to be listened to, there's a natural acceptance, a natural understanding. And I believe that this understanding is love. And love is timeless. It's occurring all the time. Are we willing to choose love as something that is not outside of us, as our birthright? It doesn't discriminate. And I know this for sure because I've given birth to babies, and my first baby was born naturally at home, and absolutely no doubt in my mind that she was love, still is love in a body. And my second birth was to twins who were 3 months premature and had severe challenges. But even though their bodies and their brains were and are different, the love is still the same in each and every one of us. It doesn't say, oh, I'm going to only grow here. The seed of love will only be planted here or only planted there. No, love doesn't discriminate. It is our birthright. It is inborn. It is the most natural expression for each and every one of us. And I feel that it is the greatest pain of humanity to not be able to express this love. Love is forever dying to know itself, to live itself, to be itself fully in all of our bodies, to live as embodied love. It's not difficult. It's not outside of you. Love is always here, forever patient, forever kind, forever whole and holy, waiting for you to come home to who you are as love in a body. That's right. Love in a body. Nobody can give this to you, and nobody can remove it from you, regardless of all circumstances in life, all experiences. This love that you are is unbroken, cannot be severed, cannot be wounded. It is your birthright. Own it, claim it, be it, live it. Receive all that you are. Love is waiting for you to be you. Thank you.